The first rule of safe manual handling is don't do it. If there's any practical alternative means of lifting and transporting what you need, use it. However, sometimes you just have to shift things the old-fashioned way, by hand. That's fine, you just have to know what you're doing to do it safely. We still want you to minimise it, so get material deliveries dropped as close to where you need them as possible. Remember though that no one should be lifting anything that's heavier than they feel comfortable with, particularly if the shape is awkward or unbalanced. The second rule of safe manual handling is, have a plan. Whatever you have to move, plan how you're going to lift it and where you're going to go with it. You need space to lift safely. Don't try to lift anything if you can't do so without stretching and twisting. Check that the route you want to use is clear. To lift, put your feet wide apart to make a firm base. Flex your knees and hips and keep your back in its natural curves. Get a firm grip and use your leg muscles to power the lift. Keep the load as close to your body as possible to minimise muscle effort and joint strain. Whatever you're lifting, the technique is exactly the same. Wide stance, flexed joints, naturally curved back. Avoid stretching and twisting. Items that are long and thin, like scaffold poles and loomer beams, need to be balanced, and be aware that they might be slippery in wet weather. Where possible, carry them with other people. Gloves are always essential, and good grip is particularly important when it's wet. Make sure you have a clear route so that you don't catch people or structures with the ends. There are hundreds of items around a construction site that will need lifting at some point, lots of them awkward in shape and size. We couldn't possibly detail all of them, but the basic rules remain the same. Don't lift and carry if you can avoid it. If you have to, plan. Get materials delivered as close to the work area as you can. Use team lifting for heavy or awkward items. Don't pick up more than you can manage. And always lift safely. And remember the first rule of manual handling, which is don't do it.